Hello guys, welcome back to Chaka Film. It is worse than we thought before, because the moment you keep on reading the CTC from the judgment of Justice Isha, you keep on wondering that what Justice Isha has just done allegedly amount to a coup d'etat of our judiciary system. Even after the breaking of the timeline yesterday of how this suit was initiated, but now today we are learning new things from that CTC. And this has to do with the procedural process of how this suit was initiated and granted. That even Justice Isha went overboard to grant this PMP speedily of what they did not even ask for. And these are the things we'll be discussing in this video today. And also, the wildfires propaganda that is flying around now regarding a new party, which is the NPC, who also has a logo that looks like of NDC. These are the story that we'll be talking. But before I do that, guys, please, I do normally play a tele video of why the elite and Tinubu and APC government are afraid, and they will do everything to stop Peter Obi. So now, we'll start with the first video. But before I play the first video from Professor Charles, if you are new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button, click on the bell icon so that whenever I drop any latest update, you will be notified. Thank you very much.
He told the people of Anambra that he had money, but he will not give any person shishi. But if they vote for him, he will use their money and work for them. They voted for him, and the rest is history. He worked for them. And not just that he worked for them, he set a record. See, today, I don't know of any other governor who finished after 8 years. He's not cooling down in either FCC or any of the security agencies. I haven't seen a mansion or land in Enugu, in Oka, in Abuja traced to him.
So you can hear that from Professor Charles, that the principle of Peter Obi is that he doesn't give money. And you thank him later, because if he does not give money, he don't have reason to embezzle money or to recoup the money he has given out during election. So now that leads us to the next video I want you guys to watch, which also buttress that idea of how Peter Obi have stand with his principle of not bribing anybody.
To answer your question, Mr. Peter Obi is not a training material. Mr. Peter Obi plays in the Champions League. And for you to play in the Champions League, you must have been a local champion, first and foremost. Those who have won primaries, what have they done with it? Alhaji Atiku Abubakar is known to have participated in primaries over and about 7 election cycles. And what has been the result? So it is not about primaries. Do you know why consensus is written into the Constitution? When you see a good and sellable candidate, you don't need to put that candidate at the mercy of delegates who are only after what they can get at that particular time, not thinking of the main election. That's why I say it's not a training material. And Mr. Peter Obi lives true to his principles. Why would he go and bribe people to put him forward to represent them? Instead, he prefers to use that same money doing good, going around schools, hospitals, erecting infrastructure. Is that not better than sharing it on the political turf? So
the same story, the same principle, and the reason why he does something like that. And it is better to also listen to Peter Obi himself while he speaks in this convocation ceremony where he went to, and he talked about how we Africans try to blame the colonial era. Even the person who is ruling us is black, but we want to blame the colonial era instead of blaming ourselves. So now let's watch this video of him talking.
Excellency, my contribution, my little contribution to your speech, is that the problem of Africa, problem of Nigeria, rests clearly on leadership. It is bad leadership that is the problem of Africa. It has nothing to do with colonialism. We were colonized years ago. the African leaders have turned Africa into a gigantic criminal enterprise. And I'll give you an example. Let me use this university. Let me use this university to give you an example of the problem we face in our country. This university, if you're employed here, you work hard for several years to be a professor. And if you're a professor in this university, your salary is 400,000 naira. And if they pay you without spending your money for 30 years, your salary will amount to 144 million, which is not up to what we used to buy a car for a legislator in Nigeria. That's the problem of Nigeria. That is the problem of Nigeria. That is number one. Number two, this university where you are, the overhead they give to the vice chancellor from federal government of Nigeria is about 10 million naira. So in 1 year, they will get about 120 million naira. They have over 500 professors, over 4,000 lecturers, over 40,000 students. They get 10 million naira, 120 million naira a year. So 5 of universities like this will get about 600 million naira annually, which if you convert to dollar today, is about...
It is so, because if the politician wants to take the blame out of themselves, they use those kind of media to those kind of talk. It is the colonial era, it is the white people, but the white people are not in the government. The white people are not the one taking our money and going and be banking it in Dubai, UK, US. No, it is black, it is our people, it is Nigerians that is doing such a thing. And that leads us to the first controversy I want us to talk about of this logo, MPC. If you see, look beside me, and you see 2 logos, one is for NDC, one is for MPC, and that is the new agenda from APC now. They are now claiming that NDC did not do due diligence before registering their political party, and this logo is for MPC, who is there before or something like that. But the thing is that this MPC is also not a registered political party. That is the story. To understand why this does not make any sense, if you follow that story of VDM and Billard, where they were fighting about company name, Billard was using the name before, but it was VDM that trademarked that name, which means that name automatically then belongs to VDM. That is how it is with this political logo or name. If the logo has not been used by any political party, I don't know if the party is in registration process or not, but especially if that party is not in a registration process, they have no claim. They have no claim over any logo or name. But APC and their cronies, they know that. But they just want to spread this widespread propaganda against NDC and Peter Obi, trying to paint Peter Obi that Peter Obi is not doing any due diligence, could not even do, he wants to move from one party to a party to another. That is their aim, that is their agenda. And because of what they are trying to do, a lot of Nigerians are now raising awareness that what APC is doing, it will not be like what they did in 2023 or thereabout. That now people are ready to stand on their own mandate, on their own vote, and they will count it. And if anything happens, a lot of people will find themselves in a bad position. And that leads me to the video I want us to listen to from Professor Chris Nwankobia. I hope I pronounce it well. So now let's watch him, then we'll come back.
Open the prisons because we're ready to come in there. We will not watch the manipulation or machination of the 2027 election. It won't happen. In out of the scripts of his masters. That's what he's doing. And he's doing it unashamedly. He's doing it soullessly. I have never seen a man so bereft of scruples, and I said that without fear of querulous critics. If he has any left in him, he should resign and go back home with some honor. If he has any left in him, he should resign, throw back this mess to the APC and tell them that he cannot manipulate the process any further. If he has any scruples in him, he should think about the future of his children and the name after now. That's actually my advice to him, because you see, this electoral sabotage will lead to no good. And I said this without doubts. Victor, the time has come, and we're saying this clearly to the APC and to the Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration. Open the jails. Open the prisons, because we're ready to come in there. We will not watch the manipulation or machination of the 2027 election. It won't happen. We are organizing. Victor, we're not agonizing no more. They have come clearly to tell us that if you don't know, we're rigging 2027. And we're saying that we know that you want to rig 2027, but we will not allow it. So it's going to be the meeting of two forces, Victor. And what do they have? The prisons, the jails, the police, the DMI, the DSS. That's what they have. So set them after us. That's what we're saying. Because we will not keep quiet. Victor, at 55, I have passed the life expectancy age in today's Nigeria. That's how bad it is. I see younger people die of heart attack. I see younger people die of stroke. Victor, and it's going to get worse if we don't do anything. So what must we do? Challenge this ogre, this man-eating ogre that has decided to destroy our country. Challenge this ogre that has decided to build debts for Nigerians in the future. Oh, you don't know how bad it is. Just a few days ago, the Senate, the rogue Senate, approved another $6 billion loan. I don't know what they want to do with Nigeria. Sell Nigeria off to themselves and their children? And you think we should be quiet?
We'll talk about this later. But another person I want us to also watch is Mr. Dalit or Barrister Dalit in what he said here, and I think it's also very important to also listen to him.
Please, my brothers and sisters, you see this court and the APC, they are making us look like a fool. There is no way any judge should have entertained that case. If I were a judge, I would ask PMB, please, this logo you are talking about, do you have any trademark on it? Are you registered? Does it belong to you? Can we find it in CSC that it belongs to you? First question, first. I'm sure they will say no. So, what injury are you pursuing? That is.
Well, we don't know what they will say yet, because they will
say no, because it's not there now. It's not there. It's not there. If you say yes, so I go and produce it. Yes.
Okay, Mr. Agumo,
yes.
What do you think? Do you think that this might be politically motivated?
It is obvious. Look at the dates. 3rd and 4th. So where were you all this time? That's the question the judge should have asked the petitioner or the applicant. Where were you all this time when judgment was entered in favor of NDC to go and register? You didn't talk. You waited until this time for us to come and vacate our own judgment. On what ground should this happen? Are you sincere? I mean, a diligent judge should have asked these questions. Where were you when the judgment was entered? You are sleeping on your right. So, what else do you want us to do? They can even advise them, go and make a sick leave of application to a superior court, if that will even stand. And you know that there's a window for appeal. It is gone. That was why these people went back to the same court. Because they cannot appeal at this time. You can see now. And you cannot tell me here that PMP does not have lawyers. They know that the right of appeal, they have forfeited it. That's why they went to the same court, functions official, to go and now start all over again for a matter they have already decided.
Does it look like the APC is scared of Peter Obi?
It is obvious. I mean, when these people that are working with Tinubu talk, they have a way of embarrassing themselves. See, you are not scared of one man, yet everything he says, you pick it up. Wherever he goes, you are chasing him. Whatever he does is a problem to you. And you are telling me that you are not scared of this man. Is Obi the only candidate on the ballot that is going to be on the ballot? Other parties have a candidate now. Why are you not talking of Atiku? Or this other man in PDP? It is only at Obi. Let me tell you what happened. Maybe most people don't know. There have been a continuous secret opinion poll conducted by this APC. And this opinion poll is not looking good for them. Obi is always ahead.
You say it's secret. How do you know?
Yes. Hold on. No secret cannot be leaked now.
Okay.
Ask yourself, why are they worried?
I wouldn't know.
That's the reason. That's the reason why they are scheming all these things. Wherever, look at, oh my God.
No, but I wouldn't know.
That's the reason. That's the reason why they are scheming all these things. Wherever, look at, oh my God.
No, but
okay, now that we've already gotten the background of everything, now let's talk about the new revelation regarding the CTC or the judgment from Justice Isha. If you look beside me here, I will read. If you look beside me, you see two items that is bold in that application. And this is what the PMP lawyer asked for. And it is procedural because they already missed the timeline to appeal the case. So they asked the Justice Isha to please grant them the order to extend the timeline of appealing to the case of to the judgment of 10th November 2025. And after that, after granting us the order to extend the appeal time, please also grant us the order to reverse your own judgment. That is what is written there. But what the judgment did, what Justice Isha did, is that as procedural, because they already elapsed the time to appeal it, because he could not wait, or because maybe the paid master was already allegedly, let's use the word allegedly, because the paid master allegedly have already on his neck, like you have to deliver for us, you have to deliver for, because these people, they have to submit their candidate and upload it to INEC portal. And please, can you do this for us so that they don't have that time? We'll give them problem. They will not be able to submit their candidate or upload it to INEC portal. So he forgot that he's supposed to first, as in a procedural level, he's supposed to first grant these people, the PMP, the order to extend the appeal time or the appeal period. He did not do that. He went straight direct and said, after reading what you've sent to me, and I've come to the conclusion that I've returned my judgment, my previous judgment. What he did here, if it goes to appeal court, that case is already lost. That's the reason I'm not even afraid of this judgment. Because it was a trial and error judgment. It was really not a judgment, because there are many flaws with that judgment. Even me, as not a lawyer, as not old, but when you query that law or query that CTC, you see that a lot of foundations are not well established. Timeline of appeal is gone. But the people ask, even the lawyer who asked for it was even more sensible than the justice that grants that judgment. These are the mistakes they are doing, unknowingly to them, trying to punish Peter Obi, but they are disgracing themselves because of this little mistake they are making all over. I'll leave you guys here today, and I'll be waiting for you guys on the comment section below. Thank you very much. But before I go, guys, please, if you are new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, click on the bell icon so that whenever I drop any latest update, you will be notified. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.